We're gonna be working in here today. Let me show you your favorite room, the bathroom. Oh, this is check this out. This is so cool. Hit the switches. Takes a little bit forever, but look at that. No slamming here. Anyways, we're working on vintage bathroom vibes right here. This is straight from the 80s. But we got that bad boy happening. Ugh. So let's handle that. This is straight, remember, a vintage bathroom. This was put together in the late 80s. I think maybe like 87, 88, maybe. Yeah, right around there. So a lot of these fixtures are throwback, but you still got to maintain them. Life is busy, but that's not an excuse. You got to make sure that you don't have any leaks because you're wasting a very beautiful and valuable resource, which is water. Not to mention that your monthly bill goes up. Drippy, drippy, drippy. It adds up if it's going for days or weeks or months. Don't let that happen more than a couple days before you schedule it. Put it on your to-dos list and handle it as soon as you can. So let's get to this. All right, so I know I need, for sure, I need a wrench. That's for sure. I need that bad boy. Probably one of these. I think a screwdriver, which is over there. Oh, and then I also need some of this. I don't know the name of this stuff. Some sort of tape for the rebuild. And then I thought they were hanging here. I have a pack of the actual little rubber bushings that I need to change to stop that leak. But I don't know where I left them. Let's see. Yes. I've changed these so many times. I'm carrying it like this because I'm using my arm to carry the camera and then my other hand to carry these tools. So sorry if you're so close. I've changed these so many times that I kind of know what I need off the top of my head. And yeah, I do go buy those gaskets, I guess you're gonna call them, those little rubber gasket rings. I buy the pack and I keep it handy because I know that it's pretty often when I got to change these. So I just try to keep everything handy. But this one I kind of went a little longer than I should have, which is why it's not like a leak. It's more like a drip. And now I can't remember where I left the little rubber things, the little grommets. What do you call them? Gaskets. We'll call them gaskets. I know that's not what they're called, but that's what we're going to call them for this video. Because I don't want to keep on saying, what do you call them again? They might be in here. Up here. Oh, man. Oh, no. I thought maybe I put them right here. My daughter put this together at Lowe's in March of 2003. Haha. So much fun. And she also made this. And I think she also made this. So talented. Hey, there she is right there. Future Industry Professional Day. I don't know when this was put here, but here it is. I haven't noticed that in a long, long time. See, back, stay on topic, stay on course. Oh, here's a flashlight. I know. Hey, there they are. All right, let's see. Turn that off. Tucked away in there. And here they are. They're either purple or black. Let's see, what color are they? Oh, we got both of them. Oh, the old ones were purple, but the new ones were black. Let's get it. I'm gonna be able to do this handheld, so I am going to go grab my trusty tripod that I have tucked away down here. There you go. Almost forgot. Gotta go turn off the main water first, or else it'll be a wet mess. So let's go over to the valve. It's located back over here. Which one of these is it? I think it's this one. Or is it that? No, that's the old one. This is the new one. The newer one. All right, that's shut. I can Outside. Remember this? They decorated it finally. You saw the other video, maybe a couple videos up, where we went to go buy this at Lowe's. My wife and my daughter did a beautiful job. They set up the train. I do need to buy a couple of tracks that are lost from there so we could actually fire it up. This is also a throwback. My wife bought this for my son when he was like a youngster. He might have been like 3. He's 22 and a half now, so it's been about 20 years. So that's also a throwback. Works. It's so cool. It has a little horn, a little train horn, and it blows little smoke off the top here. I don't know how it does it. It's remote control. It's super cool. So we definitely want to fire it up this year, but we do need a couple tracks. We kind of just put it together. You notice back there, it's missing track because it doesn't connect correctly because of those 2 pieces that we're missing 1 piece, but it just makes it not function at all. But it's really cool. I can't wait to show it to you once it's fired up and operating. Enjoying life. Oh, I love you so much. Walk later? You know we're going for that walk later. And you got you. You're also ready for the walk, huh, Snowflake? She just celebrated her birthday. Her sign stays up as long as gravity allows it. Penelope turned 8. Boy, she's a doll. It was a great party. Real quick story on these signs. Custom birthday sign that my daughter and her husband made for Penn. I used to make these signs for my daughter throughout all her birthday parties. Whatever the theme was, had a big character face on the side or on the sides like they did to Snoopy's. And then I'd write her name, the age, and say happy birthday. It was so cool. I would usually do them in either like poster paint or chalk, especially if it was more of a pastel-y kind of doll theme. Chalk would be really super fun and cool to do. I'd use butcher paper, so it was so cool, so much fun. So now let's test to see if I successfully turned off the water. Hey, success. Put this way, and let's get to it. This one first. It's never happened. Why is it so tight? There we go. Oh, we probably need a new stem. Might be a bad idea to just get them. I think that's what they're called, stem. Make it sound like I know what I'm talking about, huh? I don't really. If you hear me use these terms every now and again, like, like stem or the name of the tools and stuff, I don't ever want you to think that I know what I'm doing or I know what I'm talking about. I don't. I just may have, like, in passing, I have heard what they were called, or I heard my dad call them that way, or maybe my brother, or maybe the guy at the store, or maybe a little bit of research I did in the past that would have, like, oh, okay, yeah, this is called a stem. I had no idea this was called a stem. This may not be called a stem. I mean, my friend Romaldo would say, bro, stop calling it that. That's not what it's called. But I think that's what it is. And I don't know if you gotta take these apart and have other mechanisms, or it's time to get a new one. These are the OG ones. These are from the 80s. So I don't know if you replace these every now and again. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to replace them. There is another screw part to it here. I don't think it's supposed to be this wet. So I don't know. We got other stuff going on that, yeah, there is a lot of this, like the tape, that white tape that we put in for the seal. There is a lot of that in here too. So we also have, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but we also have a lot of hard water here, like hella hard water. See, there again with terms. like we get calcium buildup. I don't know if you can see it right there, but we get calcium buildup so bad here. It's like whoa, you know. So that messes up these things way quicker than they should. But again, this is from the 80s, bro. Anyways, look at this is what I wanted to show you. This is pretty beat up. It's supposed to be flat, and look how kind of chewed up it is. It's been a minute. I shouldn't have waited this long, but I did. But now we're here, so let's continue. Take the old one, huh? Ooh, that's pretty flat. Ding. I'll show you the old one and the new one, side by side comparison. Just looks like. So this is the new one, nice and like symmetrical, smooth and flat on both sides. This is the one I'm replacing. Look at the difference. This one's, can you see that? I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. This one's nice and like chewed up, and this one's not so much. So let's replace it. Yeah, just kind of put it on top there. Get your screw. Put it back in. Just nice and, whoops, nice and snug, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go get, let's go get, I'll bring it real quick. I'm gonna clean off all this old Teflon tape. That's the term, Teflon tape. I hope I'm saying the right term. I'll be right back. Let me go get something to clean that up with. All right, so I'm gonna clean this up. I just brought a screwdriver. I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. I don't have a wire brush. That'd probably be a good, if this doesn't work, it seems to be, where's that? There we go. Seems to be working. This is just from last time or the time before that I might have not cleaned it. But there we go. Just old Teflon tape. That way, when we put the new one in, it creates a nice, correct seal. What I am going to do right now, though, there we go. Oh, satisfying. Guess the screwdriver did work. Little flathead mini. Make sure I don't mess up the thread. Be very careful. No, I mean, you don't have to be that careful. I'm not being that careful. These things are pretty durable. They were built in the 80s. Why is it that every time, like, anybody who's a little bit older, it'll say, like, yeah, you know, stuff was built different before then. Like, you didn't think things were built better even before then? How about, like, the plumbing hardware that was built in the 60s? Probably way better than the one that was built in the 80s. And then you have, you know, probably before that, handcrafted with the ping, and anvil and putting together. I don't know. Then again, maybe they didn't have plumbing before that. It was still, but everything's like, I'm thinking like the iPhone. You know, another 20 years, like, yeah, I remember the first iPhones. They were solid. They were not like these pieces right now that are no good, whatever. Yeah, but you know, convenience, price, technology. Yeah, these were built different, but I bet you the new ones are like, they don't leak probably. I don't have to do this diddle-daddle so often. They're probably, efficient, water efficient, probably regulate the right amount of water to go through for the type of day, for the season, for whoever's taking a shower, so it's more efficient and you're not using up as much water. I don't know. All I know is that as I've been growing up and kind of like things occur to me and like, wait, let me check. We just got a new washer and dryer not too long ago. Wish I would have vlogged that, but it was before I started this channel. I was like, we just use our washer and dryer till they're done, you know, till it doesn't work no more. It starts making a funny noise and the repair outdoes the price of a new washer and dryer. And we got a plug of some guy that sells these pieced up, slightly used units that he tests them and gets them all dialed in like new. So we just go to him. It's like, okay, this is an awesome LG. I've even learned the brands. I love LG home appliances, stove, refrigerator, washer, dryer. LG is the one that's lasted the most solid, reliable, efficient, works good. Anyways, like, I was just curious, like, I know, how often are you supposed to replace your appliances? How often are you supposed to replace your washer and dryer? Again, I come from the camp of till it breaks. And repair, you could buy the parts on, on the internet, parts.com. What is it? You got to make sure you always get OEM parts. That's something I always learned. OEM rocks. It's a little bit more, but why do you want a little bit less? And let's see, the price, I could change I could replace the part. I could fix it. Not a big deal. It's simple. How much is the part? $35. Get it. I'll fix it. And it goes another 2-3 years. Something else went out. Oh, this one. How much is this part? Oh, it's $200. Okay, how much is how much is gonna hook us up for a new washer, per se? Oh, it's gonna be $250. Yeah, let's just go get a new dryer, a new washer, whatever. But it has to be something. Now at this point, we've had it for 7 years, 8 years, I don't know. And I come to find out that there is a time. There is a time because of technology that'll say, okay, every 5 years, I forgot what it was. I don't want to just make a number up, but just for the sake of not going to go research what that number was, like every 7 years, it's a good idea to replace your washer and dryer because of just technology and efficiency and more power saving and water saving. It's like, no kidding. Same with the refrigerator. It's like, how often should you replace your refrigerator? How long should you replace your range? And it also had a time. And it makes sense because every time we've bought a new washer and dryer, we see like the water bill just boom, the gas bill, boom, it's noticeable, which made me think, I think that's what started it all when I bought a new set and it was like, whoa, that next month's water bill and gas bill were like significantly, noticeably lower. It's like, well, shoot, what else do we got that's like old school that's, again, it wasn't built in the 80s, but is it costing me 80s inefficiency towards today's prices for the water and the gas and the electricity? It makes you think. But I was even thinking like, okay, how about our central heating and cooling? Is that like that? It's outdated. I know for sure it's outdated. So would changing it get like more out of it? It gets the snowball going and you start going down that rabbit hole. Well, anyways, got all this cleaned up. I am gonna open this up and see if there's anything I could replace in there. It doesn't look like I need a new stem, because I mean it works, but I don't know, maybe it just would be a good idea. Now I'm thinking, shouldn't be that much. And like, how do you know when they're worn? I mean, if that seals and no water comes out of there, so then the water stays in that pocket, which it should. This is just for that little chrome piece that we put at the top. So then what's this piece? That's what I'm curious to see what's in there. Let's find out. I remember a long time ago I did open this piece up. I don't think there was anything to change in there. I can't remember though. It just goes all the way through. See, that's what it looks like this. That's what it looks like there. I don't know if that's a rubber piece. Let me see. Trying to see, is that replaceable? Doesn't look worn. There's no seal really. Everything looks good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, I don't even think I have to or whatever, but I'm gonna put some of this Teflon tape as I put this unit back. And oh, shoot, maybe I put too much Teflon tape. It's not threading in right. I'm telling you, I don't want to make it sound like I'm a professional. This is not a professional. This is just the dude who likes and has to work on his house. You should work on your house. This is just me DIYing this, knowing just because I've done it before, and just coming on here and sharing the experience with you in hopes to encourage you. Really, the whole point of this is just, sharing what I do around here, which isn't much, just kind of easy, lightweight, regular maintenance kind of stuff, in hopes that if you got that itch of, I think I could do it, try it. You can. There's a lot of videos out there that'll show you how it's done. That's Pen, my alarm, letting me know that my wife's home. Back to this. So we got this nice and snug. Now, this is the part that goes back into the hole. So I'm gonna put Teflon tape around this one. We already put the new, what did I call it? What did I say I was gonna call it? Gasket. We already put the new seal, rubber seal, rubber piece, rubber ring. There you go. We're gonna put the rubber, not really a ring, rubber seal. We're gonna call rubber seal. Rubber seal. Now we're gonna put Teflon tape here. So we could go ahead and put it back in the wall. How much of this is the right amount? I'm sure you can search it and find it. I just put kind of like 2 or 3 turns, and then make sure you put it the right way. So when you screw it in, it doesn't come off. There's a right and a wrong way. And usually it takes me 2 or 3 tries before my brain says, yes, that's the right way. It starts off this way, so that way I gotta pretty much just imagine it in my head. When I screw it in the wall, it's going to caress it to where it doesn't come off. That's right. So that's 1 turn. That's 2 turns. And that's about 3 turns. There you go. Nice and clean and white. Let's do the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in so I don't mix them up. Not that it'll probably make any much of a difference, but I want to make sure that I'm putting it back in the same one that I took it out from. I'm just checking here, making sure everything's nice and clean. Insert it carefully. Make sure it grabs nicely, doesn't go in weird. Smooth. Where's my wrench? Here it is. You can feel the tape just kind of sitting in. Snug, not super tight, just snug. Like a glove. I'm gonna put this back in. Remember, this is just, these are throwbacks. These are like hella vintage. The whole idea is to remodel this bad boy here pretty soon. How pretty soon is pretty soon? I like to say pretty soon just to keep it in my head as not that far from actually getting it done. I don't set time to my goals. I just set the goal. I know it's achievable. I have the big goal. I always have big goals that I have no clue when they're gonna happen, but I know they're gonna happen, such as remodeling this place to accommodate our modern life, our current day life, I should say. And then I also have like the close reachable goals that I still don't put a time on them, but just for the sake of setting the goal, I know it's gonna get done within within 1 week or 3 months. Like in this case, I'm not remodeling the bathroom, but I know that I could change these little rubber grommets, little rubber seals. So that's a goal that is just putting it on my schedule and making it happen. Is this remodeling the bathroom? No, but it's getting rid of the leak. That's being responsible. That's making sure that everything is sharp on all 4 corners. Is it the best I could do? Yes. Is it getting done? Yes. Am I still going to remodel the bathroom? Yes. That's a bigger goal, and there's a plan in place to get that done. But if I wait till I'm not going to fix this because I'm going to remodel the bathroom anyways. Yeah, but you don't know when that's going to happen. So in the meantime, make sure everything stays organized and sharp and clean, because organization on the external will reflect into the organization of your thoughts. And remember, it's thoughts, feelings, actions, habits, and your habits create your reality. So that one's done. Let's move on to the next one. No, not quite. We still got to put this on. I never know if I have to change the middle one. I'll check it. I think I changed it once, and I'm not sure whether you do or you don't. But like I said, I'll check it. Rinse, repeat. So this one, same deal. It's all beat up. Done. Way past due. I'm gonna do the same thing to this one, and I'm also gonna change that. Kind of put Teflon tape there. For what? I don't know. Let's try that again. For what? I don't know. But I'm gonna do it anyways because I did it to the other one. See how that is? All beat up. You shouldn't have those rings. That's the wear and tear. So we get a new one. Just as beat up as the other one, right? This one's nice and smooth. The other one's nice and ridges. do the same thing. Remove the old Teflon tape. I'm gonna put this down a little bit, that way I don't have to go so. All right, there you go. Satisfying. Yay. Oh. Fun fact, my family just got home from a run, my son, my daughter, and my wife. And guess what we do every time we come home? We wash our hands. Guess what's necessary to wash your hands? Soap and, remember what we did earlier? We shut off I forgot to leave a bowl out with water so they could wash their hands, or a bucket. My bad. Didn't think about it. But luckily, they wash their hands with bottled natural spring water. Fancy. There we go, we got that nice and cleaned up. Pretty. Let's take that metal one off. We won't take off the whole, pull out the whole thing like we did with the other one. All we're gonna do is add a little Teflon tape to this. Again, why? I don't know, it just seems like the right thing to do. Probably anything, I would have to guess anything more than 3 turns, it wouldn't go in. That's 3 turns. It just feels snug enough, tight enough as it's going in to be the 3 turns. I'm just kind of pushing all this stuff back so it doesn't, so that this little thing could sit well. Okay, now the face of it is nice and clean so it could sit in its original home, in its natural state. Just a regular dude doing stuff around the house. Yes, you can. Try it. It's easy. There's a lot of tutorials on how to do things. Just right here, hanging out with you, hanging out with me, doing this. Same thing you're gonna do. Just try it. Don't go in over your head like, hey, let's repipe the whole back. I don't know what I'm doing. I'd call my brother for that, or a professional to do that. But like, he knows how to do a lot of things. He's down. So I go to my resource. Hey, can you do this? Can you handle? You think you can handle it? If I needed to do that, like with the remodeling of the bathroom, I hit him up already. Hey, you think you can remodel my bathroom? He's like, yeah, I need some help. If you want to help me, I was like, yeah, I can help you, but I want you to be the shot caller. Can you do it? Heck yeah. They got these kids that are talking all this kits and what are you looking for? What do you want? Well, I want kind of big area. If I need to put a seat in here for like the grown folk, if they need some help, pets, I want to be able to do it on the cold days. If they got a little muddy, I want to rinse them off in here. Little mini consultation. Can you handle it? He's like, yeah, I got you. It's like, boom, but I want to keep the original vintage look. There's a lot of stuff I do want to get rid of, but like, I want to keep the sink, I want to keep this, I want to keep the cabinets, whatever. They're all original from the 80s. Like, oh yeah, we'll do like that. Perfect. Don't go in over your head. But if it's something like, hey, replace a hose outside, the garden hose. Yeah, you could do it. Cool. You know, I do these little grommets, change a shower head. My wife changes the shower head. I'll show you, it's really cool. She installed this filter thing right here. This was put in as an extension a long time ago. I know this isn't right and this is way, it's supposed to go the other way. But it turns out that my son ended up being 6 feet, so he couldn't take a shower very well in here. So I flipped it, installed this as an extension because that's the only thing I could find. This is like Hello Mickey Mouse, but it's called modifications, and you got to do with what you got. So we extended it, but she just installed this filter right here. I told her I could do it because remember, some of these things, like, you don't want her to mess up her hands. You don't want her to, if she just got her nails done, she's not going to be here like messing them up. She's supposed to look pretty. She's supposed to look nice. That's my wife. I'm talking about specifically my wife. She likes to look pretty. She likes to. I told, I'll do it when I get home. No big deal. It's simple. Right before I take a shower, I don't need to turn off the water for that. I'll just go in there and do it. She's like, let me try it. It was almost like for fun. Her and my daughter did it. It got done. What I'm trying to say is, if you're the guy and you feel like you want to do it, but you're a little scared, a little like, I don't know if you can. You can. If it's simple stuff like that, you can. Go watch some tutorials, see what you're getting into. If the people that are professionals that are doing the tutorials say, this is easy, you can do it, guess what? You can do it. Grab all the things that shows in the tutorial that you need, the tools, the Teflon tape, And if you have them, or you can go get them, or you can go borrow them, knock it out. Follow the tutorial step by step, and you can do it. It'll get done. You're building the discipline because you're doing something you know that you should do, but you've been procrastinating and doing it. So you'll build discipline. And guess what? You're going to gain one of the most beautifulest feelings that you get out of building discipline, which is confidence. One more thing. We got to put Teflon tape on that second part. That's about right. Now, if you're a pro and you're really good at this, like, this is beyond you right here. I'm sorry, you should say you're way beyond this. I said that wrong the first time. You're way beyond this. You're probably even correcting me. It's like, oh, you shouldn't have done it. Oh, you're putting the Teflon tape backwards, or whatever. Or you didn't need to put that there. Of course. I'm just a regular dude that's doing things that need to get done. And I know I have the capabilities of doing it. Good enough. This is good enough right here. And I'll hopefully inspire you who can't get past I don't know if I could do it. Let me be the one here to tell you, yes, you can. Just stop being like scared. Get out of that fear state and do it. And guess what? If you mess up, you didn't mess up. You'll just learn something. All right, let's get this installed. We got some serious lighting coming in right here. Then put this bad boy back in. Let me see what this is about. This one still looks good. It's in good shape. But it's kind of doing that black stuff that it's kind of like failing. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it anyways. So this is a perfect example of experience. In the past, I learned throughout my life that when you take one of these out and you got a rubber seal and you kind of run your fingers through it and it's black, that means it's starting to fail. It's starting to kind of fall apart. It may not be all rigidy and ripped and tore up, but just because it's been sitting with water, it starts to break apart. So eventually, sooner than later, it is just going to either just crumble off or break off. So you might as well change it. That I didn't learn in boating school or plumbing school or anything like that. I just learned it by doing, getting my hands wet, getting my beak wet. And look, the more I work with it, the more I'm taking it apart, the more I see that, like, yeah, it's just falling apart. It's done. It's gone through its cycle. It did what it was supposed to do. Time to change it. I have a box of the rubber seals. Might as well. I'm gonna change 2. Might as well change 1 more. Just another quick step. And while you're here, something I always learned working with my dad all these years, being his #1 helper, is just always clean stuff up. You know, grab a paper towel, grab a rag, just kind of wipe everything down, look through it, give it a little refresh. See if anything else is starting to break down that you may need to replace. I don't know if this is called a stem, but this you may need to, you may not, but cleaning it puts you at ease that, hey, everything looks good. So if something were to happen in the next, bit of time, you can confidently say, like, man, when I checked it, everything looks solid, not solid. Wonder what happened. And it's not like, well, did you clean everything up and kind of check everything? No, I did it. I just did it real quick. It's a good idea. Just kind of wipe everything down, keep everything clean. It goes back to order. Me cleaning this, hold on. Let me focus on getting this back in. Me cleaning this is part of order, keeping things in order. And let me tell you, that's been one of the biggest hacks I've learned in life, is keeping your surroundings in order. It's such a simple thing to do, but yet it's so powerful. And when I learned that and I started applying it to my life, and just the most simplest way, like putting stuff away, making sure that your junk drawer is not a junk drawer no more, making sure that it's clean and it's in order, has helped me almost immediately. It was almost one of those things, not almost, it was one of those things where I learned about it at 2 p.m. and I tried it right away. I was in my car. I had a couple napkins from earlier, my tea from earlier. I'm drinking tea right now. I miss coffee so much. I'm on this medication that I trip out a little bit if I drink coffee. Even decaf, tried it. And so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel coffee for 3 months. It's been 1 month, 1.5 months down. I got another month and a half to go. And boy, do I miss coffee. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so I had some napkins and I just literally looked around. I picked up the napkin, picked up the other one. There was a wrapper over here from the little trees that makes your car smell good. I don't like using those actually. They don't last very long. I'd rather get the little California scent cup. Ooh, there it goes. And I went to go find a trash can. That right there, that part. It's like, what's the big deal about going over there to find a trash can? Because before, hours before that, minutes before that, before I made that conscious mental shift, that mindset, it would be, I'll just throw this away when I get home. So that means the whole day I'd be riding around with disorganization. Is that how you say it? Unorganization, disorganization? It would be unorganized. My space, my surroundings. My mind, which holds my thoughts, would see this disorganization and be okay with it. So guess what happens? My thoughts are now a reflection of my surroundings. My thoughts are now going to reflect this disorganization. No, but I have good thoughts. You know, I'm always trying to stay, I stay positive. I set my goals. I make sure that I keep my personal rate of vibration high. That's fantastic. Imagine having all organic items in your refrigerator. Everything's organic. Everything's free range. Everything's grass fed. You grow your own stuff. It's just 100% clean and pure and healthy. But it's a mess. It's disorganized. It's unorganized. I gotta check how you say it. How do you, is anybody there?
I am.
Do you say disorganized or unorganized?
Disorganized.
Disorganized. All right. Disorganized. Even though everything in there is healthy and good for you and it'll help you live possibly help you live a healthier, longer life, it's still unorganized. Did we say unorganized?
You can say both. It means the same thing.
Okay, so it's not incorrect like burly?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's grammarly both correct.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So, but you get the point. The main thing is that I want to make a point. So, yeah, I mean, even though you have a lot of great things in your refrigerator, what you're really not getting everything you could out of them because they're unorganized. You're not gonna find what you're gonna find. Maybe things are touching that are not supposed to be touching. The bananas are touching the papaya or something, and it's molding quicker. It's already organic, so it's only gonna last a bit of time. You're helping it not, maybe because it's so unorganized, the refrigerator door doesn't close right and it doesn't seal. Therefore, your fridge is gonna overwork. You're not gonna keep everything as cold, as cold as it needs to. So now it's gonna perish. You see how disorganization doesn't work in your favor? So by doing that simple little task of just cleaning my surroundings, getting the trash all gone, and at that moment looking for a trash can. Like, okay, I need a trash can. No, throw it away when you get home. No, I need a trash can right now because I don't stand for this. I do not want this trash in my area. I saw there was a Carl's Jr. right there. I pulled off. They have to have trash cans, right? And sure enough, of course, they did. It's a little gunky there. Get that cleaned up. All right. And went in, threw it away, got up in the car. Was it an inconvenience? Yes, perfect. Was it uncomfortable? In the sense of it was more comfortable to wait till I got home. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. Getting out of my seat one more time as if I don't get out and in enough doing deliveries. But I did it, and I got out and I got in, and I'm telling you, it worked. I got one of the wipes. I keep wipes in my car just to wipe my dashboard, make sure it doesn't have any dust or grime. And I have the UV protection, so I did that. It was nice and dust-free, clean. Besides it looking sharp, which it's supposed to look sharp, the mindset shift of if your surroundings, if your personal space is in order, 100% true, your mind will mirror that. Your mind will be in order. Now then it's up to you to have control of your thoughts. Good thoughts, good feelings, good actions, good habits. Your habits create your reality, and you control your thoughts by your personal rate of vibration. We'll talk about that in another video. Go check out my other channel. But right there, it was a major shift in keeping everything in order. Keeping my personal space in order definitely kept my thoughts in order. And you're able to manage every minute of the day. I was like, when I heard it, I was like, okay, sounds cool, but let's see how true this is. No lie, for real, immediately you start like, I'm not gonna waste my time thinking about that. I got other stuff to think about. I rather, instead of thinking those silly, dumb thoughts that are a waste of time, extra entertainment for personal pleasure, I rather get into a grateful session. I have these little sessions throughout the day where I just start shooting off everything that I'm grateful for. And I also review anything that I might have regret, something that I did in the last 24 hours that I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have thought that. I shouldn't have said that. And then I make sure to take it out of my life. So you start really being concerned of what you're thinking about every moment. If your surroundings are clean, your thoughts are going to be clean. Your thoughts are going to be in order. Let me say that correctly. If your surroundings are in order, your thoughts are going to be in order. And remember, it goes thoughts, feelings. Feelings is a crystal ball of what your future is going to look like. You feel good, your future is going to be good. Follow feelings is actions. Actions create your habits. Your habits create your reality. Let's go put this back in. There it goes. Put the caps back on. These are all old caps. We just know this is cold, this is hot. You gotta be on the remember tip. So then one thing I'll always make sure of is that I have enough of these. Right now I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 left. So that means I have enough for one more round when this goes out in another 3-4 months. As a leak happens, right? That's not supposed to happen. I haven't turned the water back on, so that was just something that was accumulated up there. So this, I'm gonna put it back where I had gotten it from earlier. A little cubby. Thanks to Mr. Flashlight who helped us find that. And that means we're good to go for another one. This is all trash, so we'll definitely keep this in order, just like we talked about. Before we do that and put our tools away, let's go turn on the water and see if we're successful with it. See, we wash our shoes before we get in the house, but because there's no water, they didn't wash their shoes. This is our little washing station right there with the soap and the hose. Just because we step on a lot of grime while we're out there. Let's see if we were successful at it. We open the water again. We hear it going. Forgot to close the sink. Oh, it's running. Okay, I guess the turning on the water did work. There we go. I was getting a little nervous. So we'll see if that stops after it kind of drains a little bit. In the meantime, let's clean up. That's trash. And let's put the tools away. So remember, I got the power drill, the wrench, and the channel locks. And then we went to go back and we got the little mini screwdriver. The sink is ready, sweetie. You want to wash your hands. All right, go put this away. Watch it, Snowflake. And remember, I'm not carrying it like this to be rude. It's just that I got the power drill. I'm hugging the power screwdriver so I can hold my camera and hold this as I come back here to put you away. Order. Remember that. Get that from this video. Keep your surroundings in order and watch how your thoughts automatically mirror that and get in order. Ooh, goggles. I'm gonna need that in a little bit. All right, let's put this away. Hey, the mop. And let's go wipe it down over there. Oh, how I miss you so. Oh, how I miss you so. Oh, how I miss you so. 1.5 months down, 1.5 months to go. Let's see, what else? Okay, we gotta put our tripod away because we don't need it. Let me go get a little paper towel so I can wipe everything down. What are you eating, sweet cheeks? Do you have any paper towels? Yay. Paper towels. Need to refill those. All right. So I'll kind of do one of these. It's basically just cleaning up any mess that I made. This coaster needs a little bit of cleaning right now, but like that little ring wasn't there. That's because I set down I probably should have put a towel down here before I just kind of did my thing. The hydraulic lid. There's little droplets here of the water. That got done. All right, so that's the finished product. Looks like we're good. Is it gonna leak a little bit just right now? That's just water that's still in the drainage. See that the shower still kind of dropped. Water that accumulates on the top filter. Water that's still in the line because it turned on. Had I had these closed before I went to go turn on the main water valve, it wouldn't have been dripping. But because I left this open, turned on the water, this was just gushing out of just a ton of water through there. It's gonna have, again, it's vintage, it's old school. It's gonna have a little bit, but in a few minutes that'll be completely done and stopped, and we will be good to go.